Now, blood is a complex mixture of cells, but there are three major types that I want to focus on at this stage. Red cells. Their primary role is to carry oxygen around the body, and they're 1,000 times more numerous than other cells. White cells. Their major function is to fight infection. There are two major subtypes, lymphocytes and myeloid cells. And thirdly, platelets. These are small fragments of a megakaryocyte cell, and they form blood clots. Let's look at red cells in a little more detail, and you can see on the right an electron micrograph of red cells showing their biconcave shape. Beautiful picture. As we've heard, these are much more common than white cells in the blood. And as you will see, they don't have a nucleus. When they're generated in the bone marrow, the precursor cells extrude the nucleus, and the red cells are released into the circulation without a nucleus. That limits their survival, and they only live around 120 days. A fact beloved of many medical students for reasons that I've never quite understood, but there's something very memorable about that. The major purpose of red cells is to carry oxygen deep into our tissues. In fact, the vascular system may well have evolved to provide oxygenation deep into tissues. And as you'll see from their shape, they're very flexible. And that allows the red cells to migrate through capillaries in very small areas and deep into tissues. Let me introduce the first type of white cell, the lymphocyte. That's shown as number 2 on the slide on the right. You'll immediately see the very large nuclear to cytoplasmic ratio and the dark blue staining of the nucleus. You'll also see some red cells and small platelets. Now, lymphocytes are the cells that mediate the function of the immune system, particularly the adaptive immune system that makes antibodies and also can kill virally infected cells. They're very sophisticated cells, and they can live for many years, and they constantly circulate between the blood and through lymphoid tissues, searching for pathogens and to initiate immune responses. There are two major types of lymphocyte, the T cell and the B cell, and they have slightly different functions. Neutrophils are the other major subset of white cell. They have a critical role in fighting bacteria and fungal infection. And when we have patients in hospital wards who are having chemotherapy, we often suppress by this treatment a neutrophil count, and that can leave patients very prone to infections. You'll see on the right some of these neutrophils, and you'll see immediately how their nucleus is very characteristic, multi-lobed, and they contain a number of granules. As we'll see, they are released from the bone marrow and survive for around 2 or 3 days before entering tissues. They can ingest bacteria and cells which have become covered with antibody, acting as a signal for the ingestion and destruction of that cell. Once they've taken in bacteria and opsonized cells, as these cells with antibody are called, they can then kill them using toxic enzymes and oxygen radicals.
You just completed your first video of the world's best medical exam preparation. Lecturio brings the knowledge of worldwide leading medical experts and teaching award winners to your PC, tablet, or smartphone. Prepare yourself and check your progress with thousands of quiz questions customized to USMLE standards. And the very best, you can get in touch with our medical experts personally. Visit Lecturio.com now and continue with the most inspiring medical education around the globe, anytime, anywhere.